How's it going, my happy subscribers? It's your boy Marco back
Secure
with
the
another
objectives.
episode of Coaching the OBJ. Today we're going to look at Slums
Hardpoint
Hardpoint,
identified.
and basically we're going to get off the right off the bat because these next videos are going to be a bit longer, anywhere from 10 to 15, even 18 minutes long. So right off the bat we're gonna start this. Okay, so let's talk about a little about the spawn at the very start of the game. So we're spawning back here. This is one of the forward spawns. I know sometimes you get spawned right here, you get spawned in the middle, and then sometimes you get spawned all the way back here. And so, basically, what the OBJ needs to do is to get to the hard point first, or be the last one leaving, just depending on the situation of the game, obviously. So, since I have, it depends on what where I spawn at the very start, is depending on what class I want to start off with. So since I got spawned, I think it was about here or whatever. I think I got spawned up top, so I want to pick out my rush class. Now my rush class allows me to rush into the hard point as fast as I can. So
Hardpoint identified.
you guys can use this class, for example, if you want in league play or custom games. By all means, go for it. But this class is made for counter and to rush, basically. So I have the lightweight to move a little bit faster when running. I have the flat jacket to block me from nades, so I can't die from grenades right off the bat unless I get somehow stuck by Semtex. Toughness is a must because when you're fighting people, if they shoot back at you, if you get hit by a bullet, you don't flinch all the way up and you miss all your shots. I got stream conditioning so I can sprint for longer duration, so that helps with the lightweight a lot. And plus I have tactical mass to counter any concussions or not EMPs, concussions or flashbangs right away. So basically, this class is untouchable at the very start. EMPs is something that will stop it, but you don't usually see people breaking out with EMPs right away. Not on some maps you do. This map I somehow
Hardpoint
for me
identified.
this map you can't really people don't really do that. But anyways, so that's what I'll be using if I got the forward spawn. If I get somewhere back here or all the way back here, I'm going to use one of my lower classes right here. Just depending on what I'm feeling. This is my main go-to class. So that's what I'll probably be using back here. If I spawn back here, I'll be using my main go-to class or one of these classes. But I won't be using this one. The reason why I don't want to use this breakout class if I spawn back here, because I can get that initial push faster than my teammates. I don't want to get in front of them and then block them, or they run in front of me and then they block me and then I can't run freely. I have to wait till they move out of my way or whatnot. So that's the more important thing. You don't want to run into your teammates, and your teammates don't want to run into you, because then you lose valuable seconds off the current hard point. So anyway, so let's get into the running route. So let's go on the first side. This is side one.
Hardpoint
This is the
identified.
street, and then this is gonna be side two. So there's a few ways you could go in here. So we could go and run up to middle street here, or through the side street, and then you could go approach right into double D. If you're gonna go into double D, you have to watch out for grave, because people you'll be staying there with an AR or LMG, whatever, and then they'll be picking people off trying to run by through if they get there fast enough. If you have the forward spawn, you should be fine. As soon as you get to here, then they get into grave. Should be fine if you get that forward spawn, but if you have that back spawn, you're gonna be having a little bit of trouble trying to get into the hard point. You probably get picked off. But so what you want to do is you want to come out here right away, and then basically you want to come like this right away. What I do like this, because now grave can't see me, and there's a guy behind me. If my teammate's behind me and goes in double D, I don't know if there's a guy in grave just yet, so I'm gonna watch blue as soon as I get here. If my guy in double D is shooting in grave, or I see my minimap that someone's in grave
Hardpoint
shooting double
identified.
D, then I know that there's a guy there. So I'm basically using my teammate as a bait, as a fishing bait, if you will. Uh, this is common in a lot of competitive play. It's all about trading kills. So basically, he's standing there trying to get the kill, but if he dies, I'm gonna come over here and then pick this guy off, and we'll trade that kill off. So that's 1-for-1. So basically, when you come in, you want to run over here, and then you want to go like this right away, and then you want to watch blue. People definitely push through blue, or they'll be going to the jump up. So you want to watch this at all times while you have your anchor back here shooting into grave. So that's one way you can go look at it. Another one is through on brick side. Now brick side, there's two options you could do. You could do the exact same thing going through double D, but you could go this way and then look, or whatever how you like to do it to watch bricks, or if you can just come over this way and then just pick people off over there. How to decide which way to go first if you're pushing bricks, it all depends on the time you get here. If you get here very fast, by all means get into the hard point first, because you get that initial first second on the hill point, and plus you get to catch them off guard, and then they'll come by, you can shoot the crap out of them. If you come here late, okay, so let's say the game just started and you come here just a little bit late, you can come wrap around bricks here and then pick anyone off here. If you don't see one here, then you can definitely come over this way. For contesting, if we have double D spawn and they have garage spawn, if they have garage spawn, they'll just be like lying right here waiting for something. So if you're going around bricks, you can definitely, if you see no one here, you can definitely push up and then you can see them there, take them out, or a white van and take them out, and then you get those second points. Another running route you could do. Now I do this actually sometimes. It actually helps a lot. So, say we're starting off back here, okay, and I just want to throw my opponent off right away. Say if I have forward spawn, and say if my Slayer has forward spawn right here, or whatever, how we get this initial spawn to start off. What we could do is my Slayer can run up this way and go right through double D. My support can go to bricks, and then my anchor will go to double D with my Slayer. What I could do is I could run right through this bottom hard point, and I could run straight into blue. Now this valuable option is perfect play. You get here because not a lot of people pushes right away because they don't want to push for spawn just yet because the hardpoint's still fresh. So no, you don't have to worry about blue just about yet. And then once you run in here, you can see there's going to be a guy there, and then a guy pushing it out into out through grave. So what this allows you to do is catch them attacking, or you can attack them right from the side. So you have a guy in double D, you have an anchor double D. You probably have your Slayer right here, and then you have another guy right there. And then you have your anchor watching your grave, and then you'll be in blue, and then basically you get to take these guys out. Because when they're contesting, like I said, they're going to be lying down here or whatnot, and then you got to be able to take them out way, way easy. And then we'll get that initial time. And then once you make those kills, once you make those, let's say 1 or 2 kills there, then you get the hard point, and then next thing you can do, you can just rotate to here, and then just watch the push through blue for the opposing team's anchor. Depending on the time of the hill time left, if it's still started, or the hill's still fresh, you could definitely just run right in and then pop right in the hill point, or you could come back around to the anchor side and then just figure out what you want to do from there. Who is getting more traffic? Is Graveyard getting more traffic, or is Bricks getting more traffic? Okay, so now let's attack from the garage side. So garage side, I don't remember the exact spawns here, but again, if I get the forward spawn, I want to use I want to rush my class right away. If not, if I spawn back here, I'm going to use my standard classes. So let's get into this. Now this is my favorite side at the start. I don't know why, but I just like it. So anyway, so what I want to do here is you want to push. This is for the OBJ mostly, but what I like to do, I try not to push to grave because their anchor will be there, putting through bullets. You don't want to go run into their bullets. So what I want to do here, you want to run right here, and then you want to toss a smoke somewhere around there to block the sight from bricks. You want to toss it as soon as you get to this van. You want to toss it just over the brick wall there, just to block them off. And if you have your teammate running with you, this works out perfect, because one of you can push bricks to distract him and kill him, and the other guy can push right into the hard point. So what you want to do is you want to toss the smoke somewhere around there, and then what you want to do is there's going to be a guy right here or up top statue. You need to get that killed right away. If you don't get that kill, it's going to take a lot longer to break that hard point. What we want to do is toss your smoke, come in, kill this guy right here. Once you kill this guy right here, he's either gonna push you, and that's what your second teammate's gonna do. Your second teammate's definitely gonna push bricks when you push statue, and he's gonna kill this guy or cut this guy off. If this guy doesn't push, he's gonna fall back over this way and then try to pick you off. And then if that happens, say if I'm running through here, I pick this guy off, this guy right here, I kill him. Bricks comes, loops around, kills me. My second guy is gonna loop around Bricks, and then he's gonna kill him. And then we have full control of the spawn again. And then what this guy can do is he can push up cop car and then basically just block off this whole area right here from being pushed. So let's get back to the spawn again and let's go to a different running route. Okay, now if this all depends on your anchor. Hardpoint is all about the anchor play. If you'll definitely lose in hardpoint if you don't have an anchor or a proper anchor. So what you want to do is, it depends on the anchor if you want to get that rotation right away. Say if you got the far spawn, somewhere like right here, I don't know where exactly can you spawn in this side, but say if you got a far wide spawn closest to blue, and you could do the same initial push through blue from the opposite side. So what you want to do is you want to come over this way, and then what you want to do is you want to try to take out the anchor and you want to rush blue at the same time. So what you want to do is you want to chuck your nade. That's what you want to do right away. You want to chuck your nade over here into double D, and then you want to break your glass and then just push this right away and then get over here. While this happens, you're cutting off this whole spawn, and they'll be spawning on the street side. So that means that there's only two ways they come from now. They come through middle to double D, but most likely they'll come to street to cop car. So what I want to do is when you push the blue, you want to push this right away, and then once you wait here, if you don't see anything, you can push up this way, and then once you push up, the more you push up, the more you block. So I'm blocking this whole area. They're not going to spawn there anymore unless they have numbers, which probably do, but that's when the anchor will come in. The anchor will come in right behind me, and then the anchor will push for me, and then when we push here, then we'll have this whole control in double D, and then we'll have the spawn right here. Once we kill this guy lingering right here, we kill him, then we have full control of the spawn, and then the anchor will be set up here, and then it's just the exact same rotation or starting breakout from the very first spawn that we started on. Alright, so next hard point, we're on this hard point, and then the next one is just straight back there. So that's why you want double despawn, so you can just fall back easily. So what you want to do here, depending on where you're set up, you want to run back here, and then you want to have 3 guys surrounding this hard point. You at least want 1 guy inside the current hard point. So you want to have your OBJ sitting back here, or if he has an AR, you can watch blue, or if no one wants blue, your objective player should be watching blue. Blue is a lot easier to get kills from the objective standpoint from being back here, other than going for double D, because there's the cement block, whatever it's called there, and people head glitch that a lot, and it's kind of hard, especially in the heat of the moment with the nades popping in. It's kind of hard to pick those off with a submachine gun, but here it's pretty easy. So what I recommend is the OBJ stays back here, just chills in here, and then if someone dies, he has to post up and watch. But what do you want to have a guy right here. If your OBJ has an AR, you can slide down here and watch blue. I suggest not watching yellow. And what do you want to have a guy definitely right here, watching double D. If people push through grave or through the tires right there, people push through there, you just ask them for death wish, because there's a guy just chilling here, head glitching this, waiting for the kill. And then you have your other guy obviously up here, and he's watching mid and then also blue. This guy will probably get taken out a lot more than the guy on yellow, because there's not a lot of cover here, because if you're watching this side, you can't watch blue. If you're watching blue, they can come from cop and then head glitch the garbage can right there and take you out easily. So I suggest for the OBJ when you're in this hill point to stay linger more on the blue side of things. That's probably the best solution for you. Alright, so let's get into the third hard point here and getting all these points. Okay, so there's a few things you could do for the OBJ. OBJ doesn't necessarily have to be in the hard point all at the same time, or not all at the same time, but every single hard point all the time. I like to do with this hard point, depending on what time I rotate, I like to stay here. If we get the good rotations and they have control of it 10 seconds, or we lost control and there's no point in pushing because there's only 30 seconds left, trying to get there, it's 15 seconds. If you don't want to push, I like to stay here and then let them push through blue and then get the pick off, whatever. And then just rotate from from Jeeps to Grave, and then just keep killing these guys over and over again. And I actually did this one time in the game. I killed a guy there, turned around, killed a guy here. I came back, reloaded. Came back here, didn't see anything, came back, killed the guy here, came back, killed the guy there. I got 4 kills just rotating back through here. And that 4 kills, we were able to gain about 35 seconds off that hill. So that's about half the time on that hill, and which is really, really awesome. So you have one guy here, OBJ can stay here too. But the ideal thing is, you can have your guy right here. You should be staying right here more or less. I like to stay here. This whole thing will block you from nades. Although the nades will just hit there and they'll just bounce off. You won't get naded through. You can just slide down and back off if you want. Pop back up. It's not that far of a range, so you can still attack. I wouldn't suggest attacking anything from this garbage bag to back jeeps here. It's very hard to kill, especially if you have a sub. But if they're pushing up here, usually they'll stay right here. You can definitely kill that. So this is one spot I suggest. If there's already a guy in here, if there's 2 guys in here, I suggest having... This hardpoint can go either way. You can have 1 to 2 guys in here. But, so... Identified. If you have a guy already right here, you definitely have to be right here watching the grave. When people pick up there, you can watch the grave. And plus, you can watch back alleys and help your anchor out and see if there's anything back alley right there. If you don't want to stay right here, you could definitely, this is another valuable option. You can just stay right here and just look straight up, and then as they run in, you can just shoot the crap out of them. So let's get into the next hardpoint here. So this is the last hardpoint, it's the garage hardpoint. And now there's a few ways for the OBJ to stay in here. There's a few options. You see a lot of people camping in the corners here. Sometimes you get someone here, especially, behind the doors. It's the stupidest thing ever. I hate it, but sometimes you have to do it, and, there's so many options. For me, personally, I like to stay right here on the tires. I like to stay on the tires because if you stay down here, you can't get a good vantage point of grave. But if you get on the tires here, there's a good vantage point of the graveyard area. Even if you destroy this car, or the car's not destroyed yet, you still get a good positioning, and you can still pick them off very easily with a submachine gun. So staying up here is very good. It's not that hard for a guy in grave to kill you, but he needs to get the first 2 shots on you. If he doesn't, then you can just lie down right here and then attack him again, or your teammate will pick him up. But I like to stay right here, depending on the heat of the moment as well. But I stay right here. If there's a guy in the second room back there, I'll stay right here and wait for them to push and pop out, depending on the situation. I am running out of bullets here. That's not good. But yeah, so basically I'll stay back here. This is my primary spot. Because usually when people burst in from the back, they usually go through this way and then boom, person in the front room, and then they're dead. And then once you kill them once, they'll get the hint, and then they'll come over here and try just pre-fire that and kill you. But if you know that they're pushing it away, and you can just shoot the crap out of them first before you get killed. So that's about it. And then you want a guy right here watching the front. If you don't want to stay right here behind this door, because you can't really see anything until they actually push in. So I suggest having a guy right here, because then they can watch front door, and they can decide line between or strafe between front and window. Anyway, so that's about it for Slums. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope this video wasn't too long. I think we're getting around the 12-minute mark. Not 100% sure. I don't have my timer up. But yeah, we're around actually the 20-minute mark. I see right there. We're around the 20-minute mark, so it's a little bit longer. As we get to the other maps, I know Yemen's gonna be a long map. I don't remember what the next map is after this. But anyways, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave a like, comment if you have any suggestions or any other coaching tips you want me to go through. I'll be more than happy to do it. And if you already haven't, please subscribe. Peace out.